Hi, everybody. Today we are answering the question how to stop being a caretaker or a caregiver. Are you a compulsive helper? Do you do so much in your caregiving or caretaking situation that you constantly feel exhausted or burned out or maybe a little angry and frustrated? I'm Pamela D Wilson. My website is PamelaDWilson.com. In this video post, there is a link on my website about my elder care consultations and how I help caregivers and aging adults. So let's start talking about caretaking and caregiving. Do you feel like you are consumed by this need to help a grandparent, a parent, a spouse, other people in your life? Do you feel exhausted all the time? Worn out, burned out? You have so much to do on your list that you're trying to juggle caring for a parent and working and taking care of your children and going to school and trying to have a social life and doing everything else that most people do in their lives. I want to talk about a couple of examples that can shed some light that are not necessarily caregiving related, but may help you see how your actions and your behaviors and the way that you interact with others result in you taking on too much in your life and feeling like you can never catch up. Let's talk about the workplace. Are you a person at work who always gets things done? You're ahead of schedule, you are on task, on project, and because you are so good, because you are so efficient, you get more work. Or if you're a manager or a supervisor, do your employees come to you and ask for help and continuously ask how to do things? And sometimes you find that you feel like they're not doing their job, that you're doing their job. If that's the situation, you may be embracing caretaker behavior or caregiving behaviors. If people come to you and you give them the answer, you're not helping them learn. You're actually taking away their opportunity to learn how to problem solve, and to think. The minute that we think that we are responsible for everything else in our lives and everyone else's lives, we may be doing this for self-serving behaviors. While many of us think that helping is a good thing, and it is, helping can go too far. Many of us were taught that helping others means that we're not selfish and we don't always think about ourselves. But helping too much can sometimes mean that we think too much about ourselves. You might be thinking, how can that possibly be? Well, do you do things for other people because you can do it quicker? And it's easier for you to do it because you know how to do it and you've done it 1,000 times. That may be the thought of, I'm being helpful, I'm helping this person. But are you really helping that person? Or are you engaging in self-serving behaviors for yourself? Because that help may save you time. Is it better to help someone help themselves? Someone comes to ask you a question. You say, well, that is a great question. What do you think you should do about that? Maybe give me some scenarios and I'll tell you what I think. So in a sense, you're helping them, but you're also helping yourself because you're not taking on all of that extra work. This happens all the time in caregiving situations where caregivers may feel that it's easier to solve other people's problems rather than to focus on our own lives and what we could be doing to make our lives better and be healthier and socialize and pursue our career. It's easier just to say, oh, I have to take care of my parents or I have to take care of my spouse. Can't really think about myself. Do you think that you are the only person that can do something? If you are the only child in a family who is helping your elderly parents, why is that? Is it because you've taken on all of this work and everybody else sees you doing it and you're doing a great job so they never step in to help? Do they keep asking you to do more things? And you say yes. Do they rely on you for information about mom or dad? You can start saying no. You can start saying, gosh, if you want to know about mom and dad, maybe you should pick up the phone and call. Maybe you should visit mom or dad. Maybe you should spend a little time with mom or dad. I'm not going to give you that information anymore. You're a grown-up. You can choose to participate and interact with mom and dad. When people have too much done for them, like our parents, they can become more dependent on us, which is typical in caregiving situations that become lopsided or topsy-turvy. In a perfect situation, the way that we stop being a caretaker is to help other people learn how to help themselves. We also become more educated about all of the choices and all of the decisions related to caregiving and health and aging. And how do we do that? If we don't have the experience, we can't do that ourselves. We have to go outside of ourselves to caregiving groups and online caregiving courses, and sometimes having consultations with people like me who have done this for 20 years and who can help you figure out the questions that you should be asking, things that you might not be considering, because there's no way caregivers can possibly know everything. There's no way any of us can possibly know everything. And that's okay. That's when you ask for a little help from other people instead of being that person who feels like you have to do everything by yourself. I'm Pamela D Wilson. My website is PamelaDWilson.com. Please check it out. Share this video with other people you know, with other caregivers who are looking for hope, help, and support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon in another video.